So you probably remember factoring from algebra. Maybe you did a little factoring in geometry, but factoring is a concept that some get it really easy, others it's a really complex task and you struggle with it. So what we're going to do is take this week and we're going to go slowly and break down what is factoring and get you to be expert factors by the end of the week. So you're spending a lot of time on your projects, but we do need to learn how to factor and we can take our time with this. So the first step to figuring out how to factor is you're going to just play a little game, and what our game is going to be is find two numbers that multiply to b, negative 12, add to b, negative 4. So you're just doing this game and trying to find out what are these two key numbers. So if I want to do this, there's an infinite number of ways I can take two integers and add them to be negative 4. But there's only a few ways to get integers to multiply to be negative 12. And that's where you want to start. And if you remember back, you make a tree, how can I multiply to get 12? Well, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Now, since it's negative, that means that one of these has to be negative, okay? Or I can do 1 and negative 12, 2 and negative 6, 3 and negative 4. So that's the first part of the game. Now, some of you should be able to just think in your head and you can get those integers right away. If not, make your chart. So now as I make my chart, I gotta figure out which one of these adds to be negative 4. And I go through. Now you don't need to do this, but I'm just gonna a little overemphasize. This adds up to be 11, 4, 1. So add these up, I'll end up getting negative 11, negative 4, and negative 1. So a couple of things, you start to know some patterns. Okay? If I make the smaller number negative, oh, I get all positive. If I make the larger number negative, I get all negatives. But the key is now which one of these gets to be the negative 4? Whoa, right here. So my two numbers will be 2 and negative 6. So that's how you play the game. What you're going to do is you're going to go through now, you have a worksheet, and you're going to go through them, and you're going to figure out what two numbers multiply to be on the left side and add to be in the middle. All right, so that concludes part 1 of factoring.